they have an income. The Worker Center has a modest income, but a lot smaller. So the Sewing Collective is a project of the Global Resource Center, and Mireille is facilitating it. We have an instructor who couldn't be here tonight, and are some of the women here?
Deb?
Yes, here. Deb's there.
Came in.
So Deb's one of the.
She's more of a facilitator than I am, I think.
So there's a lot of co-facilitating going on.
Well, it's a cooperative, so. it should be-
Well, this is the big. The Sewing Collective and the skills development is one thing, but the ultimate goal is to form a worker co-op. And I'm never going to be able to explain all the thinking behind that, but as time goes on, we're going to have more things like this in a larger setting to kind of explain what our thinking is around worker co-ops and the whole thing around a solidarity economy and a way really to transform the world so the monsters that are currently running it have to run someplace else, and we can run the world meeting our needs, as human beings, and work is part of what it means to be a human being, and the whole system seems to be coming apart, and anti-worker human beings only as another input, to something that will create a profit for somebody else. So the thing about worker co-ops and community development and solidarity economy is to put people first, and the profits are the surplus that the workers themselves decide what to do with in a democratic fashion. So that's what we're trying to do in our modest little spot. So and it's important for the skills development, and it's important to try to form that idea that we're a collective and everybody's part of it and looking out for each other. So you're by your presence, you're supporting what we're doing here today, and I just can't say enough to thank you for everything. And W5 is here too with.
Yes.
Are you able to tell us a little bit about?
Yes,
the
try the
endeavor
tea,
that
it's
you're-
wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
From my pencil. Okay.
Really nice.
I just started my business. My business name is Tea House Windsor, and we have introduced a new product. It's pink tea. If anybody heard the name of Kashmir, have anybody heard? So it's from there, and this tea is only found there on the mountains there.
We have business cards.
Yeah, they are my business card there. I'm also on Facebook. You can see me there. You can see all about my products there. And if you like it, you can come to know about my upcoming events wherever I go. And if you like it now, next weekend I will be in the downtown. On Saturday I will be in farmers market from 8 to 1. And next day on 23rd I will be Open Spirit Windsor 2018 in front of University of Windsor. I will be there. You can find all my products there. Right now I just have tea, but on next weekend you can see all my products. Asian products, different products.
Well, thanks. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Very good.
And if people could sign, there's a sign-in book over here, so we can keep in touch. We'll build an email list, rebuild it. We got to gather all that information up again, but we'll start with tonight too. So if you sign up, we'll keep you abreast of what's going on via email.
The Sewing Collective is called the Sewing Straight Lines Sewing Collective because it's premised on the idea that if you can sew a straight line, you can learn to sew. So if you have no sewing skills, come on down. Doesn't matter if you're interested in forming a worker co-op or learning to create that way. Come on and check us out. We meet every day.
So, anyway, but you might remember we've done work in the past with migrant workers in the community, especially out in the county, and we'll have some of those photographs up on the walls eventually when we get fully moved in, and we look forward to maintaining those sorts of contacts. And looking forward, I can't say too much right now, but it looks like we're going to have an opportunity to do some research on disabled and injured workers that are at risk. And it's early days just yet, but stay tuned. Hopefully it comes happening, and if it does, we will absolutely need community support, community input to make that happen. We know there's a lot of injured workers out there that are not being taken care of properly right now, and we're taking a serious run at trying to get a handle on that, but stay tuned for more details. I'm not going to say more.
Says all, we're back. So please help yourself.
Yeah.
You want to do
Isn't there marks? See ya.
the cake is fabulous.